morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. January 24th. It's a dark and stormy. No, it's not even stormy. It's just a cold. It's freaking cold here. But we're here for Wrexham and QPR and an opportunity to get off the schneid, to solve some problems, to find some points, and to crawl back in. Do we have to crawl back into the discussion? Are we in the discussion?
We're still there, yeah.
We're still there, but we've got to. We need some points. We need some freaking points. And so, as always, joined by the magnificent, wonderful, amazing man of many talents, Brendan. How the hell are you? You know what? I gotta insult you. I've been complimenting you like the last couple of games.
I know. We gotta get back to our winning ways.
One of those damn guys from south of the border that causes nothing but problems and is a big old heartache. And yeah, we can appreciate him. Whatever. It's Brendan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm ready for this one. There's mornings I wake up and I'm ready for this one. It's a weird one for me. QPR, a weird little place in my heart, only because their time in the Prem and their time out of the Prem basically coincides with my time from kindergarten to grade 12. So even though I didn't watch a lot of Prem football, I won a Liverpool jersey back when I was like 11, back when Candy was the sponsor, and so was like the team that I would follow just when I'd look at the standings. I never woke up for any games, but it was always QPR was everywhere, and I was didn't like them. I don't know why. I just thought it was a weird name to be attributed to the Queen. I don't know. Anyways, so my own little internal disdain for whatever that's worth, but also envious. If you haven't been to the Discord, and here's the punch. Welsh Techie, some glorious pictures are contained on there. And also, and I'm going to mispronounce it, but he's here quite frequently, and I don't know his real name. CS Scotty? I don't know. I'm mispronouncing the Welsh. Also put a link to the U18 club. The under 18s played Southend United. They beat them this week. For the first time ever, Wrexham's U18 squad is in the 5th round of the FA Youth Cup, and they will be taking on Aston Villa, looking for a shot into the quarterfinals. So pretty epic story there. You can watch the game. He's posted the link. He's found it, and so it's there and available. Like button, all that sort of stuff, and we've got lots to talk about as we lead into this one. Brendan, any thoughts before we get into stuff?
No, I'm trying to flash through some of the picks that Welsh Techie, like you said, put up. Yeah, great stuff going on there. We have a lot of active people that post in Discord with inside info about the women's team. We'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow. They went and got a new player
with the best help. Surname ever. Like, she's now a fan favorite for me just because,
isn't it? Yeah. We'll get into all that tomorrow, and but yes, a lot of good stuff there. So yeah, check out the Discord. It's also a way that we can message you or something if we wanted to get a hold of you. Like when I wanted to get a hold of Steve and I couldn't because I didn't have any contact info or any way to message him. So it's a cool way too.
Yeah. Swoosh Kids got it. Let's go Wrexham, back to our winning ways. On that note, and where did I put all my chicken scratch notes? I guess we could jump into the lineup as I look for. They're behind me. As I look for the notes, a couple of interesting pieces that we can talk about here. You got it up on the screen.
Yes, you're a go.
Oof. Okay. In net, Ogonkwo leading the charge to a 72.2% team save percentage. The only question that I had with him is we were up at the 76, 77, 78% mark, which is like God level. Now we're 72.2. It's 5th overall in the league. As Danny Ward is on the horizon, is there an opportunity? Is there a question mark? Should Ogonkwo be looking over his shoulders that there might be an opportunity for Danny Ward to seize his position?
I don't know. They may let him come in here and there, like when we have multiple. Thanks, Steve. Steve being Steve. Great guy.
Steve. Thank you, sir.
They may let him in on busy weeks, when we're doing, Sunday.
Yeah, maybe he plays a cup match or something, or a
Yeah,
Tuesday
yeah.
game it might be.
But unless Arthur messes up like he did that other game and just absolutely loses it by misplaying a punch out, dropping balls and stuff like that, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, it's a weird one for me because I know that Parky tends to have his favorites pegged, and they tend to play quite frequently, and sometimes it takes a while for you to fall out of favor. I don't think Arthur's done enough to lose the gig. Bryn saying hell no, but it's a question at least now for me, where before there was absolutely no way. I was more Bryn. I've moved a little bit, but yeah, that was my goal, just trying to get Bryn riled up. No Clueworth today. Hyam, Scar, and Doyle in the back line. So I'm assuming that's to do, and Hyam's got the armband again. I'm assuming that's just load maintenance and knocks and bangs and stuff like that. I don't think he's lost his position due to play. I haven't heard anything, and I see he's on the bench. But is that what you assume as well?
Yeah, it's always worrisome because Clueworth was just recently out. A couple games ago. So
more than a niggle potentially.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know, and that's one of the guys that you're worried about. I mean, we've seen out of everyone, the guy I think we're most worried about getting abused by is people running at Scar, right? So at least I am. I could hear someone complaining about Doyle or even Hyam lately, but
fortunately that's not this team, but
yeah.
we'll see where things are at. And when you said I don't know what I don't know, I was going to say, and you don't know much, but then I was like, no, that's taking the insults and trying to get the point.
Well, you wouldn't have been wrong. At least you would have been factual. Mean and factual.
It gets more interesting as it tends to with Parky's selections going through the middle. No Kakache, Kabore, and Thomason. Have to assume Thomason on the left, Kabore on the right. Got to get Issa going. Like I said, his ceiling's so high, sort of like a broadhead, in the sense that sometimes he has games off, but typically his pace, his capacity, his crossing, all there. The story time there, no Kakache on the bench. And we had a brief chat off, and I said that's a good thing. You said I knew you'd be happy about that. I'm not happy. I'd rather Kakache light it up and be an absolute rock star. But I think the writing's starting to set on the wall that he's not what we paid for. And I know he's only played 581 minutes. He's had 6 starts. He's played in 10 games. That's less than half of the season. But I went through the stats because that's one of the ones that you wanted to ask, and I'll just point the other ones out there before I ask the question. The players that are around him as far as game time, Lewis Brunt has played 552, Cody's played 440, Dan Scar's played 809. Those are the players he's around. Barney's played less, Ryan Hardy's played less, Rodriguez, Ashfield, they've all played less. The interesting dynamic is to me is Thomason. Thomason's played about 400 extra minutes than he has. But you look at the two as far as their stats. Kakache doesn't have a goal or an assist in the league. Thomason in the league, 0 goals, 4 assists. Thomason's technically arguably out of position as well. To me, I would much rather this guy shut me up and just make all these questions go away. But I look again at, and I keep saying it, Ali Ahmed, the guy comes over at similar dollars and is absolutely destroying things in Norwich. And after 2 games, I get it, but he's got a goal and an assist and he's looked exceptional. And we don't have that busted down our left side. And I just don't think it's him. Could it be takes a time to get back from injuries? Fine. But he's had 581 minutes now. He's had his opportunities. He's been in 10 games. And I don't know, has he been the bust, or is there still hope for the man?
Yeah. I mean, we had a little bit of discussion, and then that's why you prepped, got your rebuttal stuff in before I could even start with any good points. That's
right. Okay. That's right.
Yeah. You wanted to undercut me before I had a chance.
Let me flex.
Yeah. You wanted to dunk on me before I could even get warmed up. I guess I'd say this. So I don't. I I don't know. I've never played obviously at this high level in a sport, but bench being a bench player and coming in here and there and expecting to turn it on and light it up without the ability to kind of get settled. That first time you come in, even if you've been in the leagues before, it takes a minute to get acclimated. Everything's moving a little too fast for you, right? Like, um, I wonder how fair it is if we gave him a 10-game stretch as opposed to one game here, then
Here,
out,
one game there.
then
Yeah.
half a game
Yeah.
here, then 5 games off, then a game here. And every time you get different people playing with him and no stability, it's really difficult to expect someone to shine. We did see him make a great move in the Nottingham Forest game, which you quickly just dumped by the wayside. Said, that's not
a league
game.
game.
We don't have to count that. Like, if you're looking for reasons to not like him, yes, you can use the stats to back that up. I would hate to write off a young player with potential that looks like he's pretty good with the ball at his feet, and at least in his older highlights, he seemed pretty strong defensively. I would like to give him a legitimate chance. Very much like I'm shocked that people crap all over Barney, who hasn't had consistent time in the championship to prove that he doesn't belong. Like a game here or there, as long as you don't lose the game for us, if you didn't particularly shine, I don't know that that's enough for me to cement my feelings about you.
Are you saying that Nottingham Forest is a legitimate squad?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he made a nice move, right?
Yeah,
like he looked good. He demonstrated some skills. No matter what the opponent, when you see Broadhead dancing through a bunch of people, like that's a skill that other people don't have, that they can keep the ball that close to their feet and make those kind of cuts and have that kind of control. You see the quality. It's there, period. Whether or not he was always scoring, you knew he was a good player. So I guess that for me was a glimpse of the
I don't know if that quality, I mean, a good footballer, I don't know if it's any demonstrably better than outside of pace than even James McLean or Thomason. And Thomason came at a far lower, like as I recall it anyway. I have to go back and check, but it was
so far fair right? Point. Yeah.
And so not to beat this up for too long because we got to go into the QPR stuff. I don't know. It's all just comparables to me, right? And I look around to other people who fit into that role, and I just don't see it. I'm with you that it'd be nice to give him a good run so that he can build into it and find it, because some players need to do that. But also, Thomason was given an opportunity. I remember before that game sitting there asking the question as to what's this going to look like with this guy on the left wing, and he wrestled that job away. He seized that opportunity, and he damn well took it with an exceptional performance. He's had some questionable games since then, or at least games where he hasn't shown up to the same level, but he came in and went, you're going to give me a chance to earn some minutes? I'm going to play 90 and make it so that you can't take this gig away from me. And so I found that interesting. Just because 6:45, we got 15 minutes here. We got to go through QPR and talk about some other stuff, and maybe we can go back to this, but let's jump through the rest. Sheaf and James in this modified setup that we have, being sort of the defensive midfielders in support of the back line, pushing things forward. Sheaf's obviously cemented himself in there in Parky's eyes because he keeps showing up. And Matty James probably there because I think there was a disconnect in getting the ball forward. So we need to get some passing forward. I miss Dobson. I want to find a way for him to get in here because I feel like his work rate and his effort is contagious. And
Sean, can you check your camera, by the way? Sorry to cut you off. I was looking at other things. I just noticed you're all gray thanks to Jack pointing it out.
Yeah, let me see what happened here. Hold on. You can still hear me though, yeah?
Oh yeah. That part's coming through, so it has to be something.
I think I just unplugged when I moved my coffee. So, and I don't know if might have to reload in here. So I'll just take a second if you'll hold on.
That's okay. He didn't look all that spectacular this morning anyway. Up, and there he goes. Didn't even get to hear my insult. As we wait for Shaun to come back. Here he comes, coming back. There he is.
Yeah, sorry about that. I bumped the button when I set my coffee down. That's a priority. I was talking about Dobson being contagious and especially away and setting the tone for a match and keeping the work rate up. Any argument that perhaps he goes in instead of either Sheep or Matty James for that purpose, or are you comfortable with those two?
Yeah, I mean, I like Dobson from a defensive point, and I wish someone would just tell him, hey, in the last 6 minutes of a game, can you not foul people in perfect position to blast in a goal? Other than that, yeah, I like him when we're looking for defense, obviously not for offense.
Yeah.
There's so many other really much better options.
Up front, no real surprises for me. I mean, O'Brien, I think, has earned it. He's sort of got back on the radar. Broadhead's there, Moore's there. The only question I have with that is you've got, and I really should go and get my light so that it flashes this way, otherwise, so that you guys can't see the big screen as I'm looking. I can't even see what. There we go. You've got two left-sided players there in O'Brien and Broadhead. Is there a concern? Like I look at Rathbone sitting on the bench. Yes, last game he didn't play as exceptionally well as he did in the others, but I don't know if we can't have Rathbone and Broadhead instead.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That threesome there slightly surprised me. I don't know that we've probably seen this combination once, maybe, but I don't know. It looked like he was getting into this Windus Broadhead team up and a Rathbone O'Brien hustle team up. You know what I mean? Like they're going to blitz you, and the other guys are going to, have the quality and skill, the scoring prowess. And it looked like he was going in that direction, and now he's mixing and matching again. So yeah, I'm not really sure what Parky's thinking.
Maybe he's just going for a more neutral club instead of leaning one way or the other a little bit too hard. I don't know, but anyway, we get to see what it looks like. We've got enough, weapons in the ammunition that if you want to put different concoctions together to see if you make a better potion, then I guess I'm all for it. So if we want to jump over to QPR really quick, 12 minutes left here before kickoff. Welcome to everybody that's jumping in. I've been ignoring the chat a little bit just because I got so much going on the screen, and I apologize for that. Brendan, have you figured out the pop-up thing, or are we going to have to bring up another option? Because I found one that works. My wife is going to be using it, and we tested it. If you wanted me to send it to you, I can do that offline, but we'll talk after. If the chat's not popping up, but you got the men set up there, the QPR. So just running through the stats really quickly before I end up looking at the lineup is QPR is not a strong team statistically. In fact, consistently, they represent something that a club that doesn't excel in really much of anything statistically. And so they're one of those clubs where sometimes you look at a team and you say, okay, they should probably be better than they are. Norwich City was one of those teams. Statistically, they had at least a reason to be like, oh, they've got weapons. These guys don't. Just to run them through goals for. We're tied for 5th in the league with 40. They're tied for 11th. Goals against, we're tied for 9th. They're tied for 17th. Where do things really drop off? The highest, I'll say this, the highest area that they're at statistically is that their long ball accuracy has them at 23.7. That makes them 5th. We're at 26 long balls per match. That has a second. The other thing that they excel in is touches in the box, 694 for the season. That has them 6th. We're at 498. That has us 22nd. But other than that, they are below average or near the basement in every other team statistical category. You go through the lineup and you talk possession. They're behind us at 46.2%. Save percentage, they're the second worst in the league at 60.8%. And that's why this is their third keeper selection of the season in Walsh. He's already had 6 games, but he's near the bottom. Their Fought Mob player average, 18th in the league at 6.75. We're second. XG, 15th in the league. Crossing, they at 4.0, they're 19th. And surprising to me, we're only 12th at 4.5. Passing, they're 18th. We're 13th in the league. You go through the list, and it is statistically just near the bottom. Oh, there's one at 12th, so technically above the middle. Their shots per 90. They aren't amazingly efficient, but they're not bad. We're 33% to have us at 6. They're at 31%. But just team statistic wise, this is a team that doesn't really excel at anything, and they struggle defensively or / goalkeeper wise. The fact they're into the third keeper makes me think that the manager thinks it's a keeper issue. In any event, that takes us to who's actually playing. So Walsh, this is his 7th game, which he'll now tie him for the second most out of the 3 keepers that they've used so far this year. But unlike last or Tuesday, when I accidentally reviewed QPR's whole lineup as to who was starting, they only had 4 regular starters start that game on midweek. Here, they've got all but 4 are in. So Walsh, I guess you can qualify him. But the other players that are in, Morgan is in, Smith is in, and Vale is in. And that's instead of Burrell, Varane, and Saito, who aren't in the lineup. And that's why I wanted to bring up the injury stuff, is I think that those 3 players are probably injured. So, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on that as far as what it means, but home, they don't play bad at home. They don't play exceptionally well at home, but this is an average, below average team statistically that given its position on the table is punching way out of its weight class. Like they shouldn't be this good, but somehow they find a way to eke out points. And I guess part of that scares me a little bit. Just looking at the injuries, Saito's out until early February. Burrell's out till the early February. And who was the other regular starter? And Varade's out until late February. So they got 3 of their regular starters that are out by injury. And you look at our injuries, outside of Lewis Brunt, Elliot Lee hasn't played forever. Danny Ward hasn't played forever. Andy Cannon hasn't played at all. And Aaron James hasn't slotted in. So we're healthy. They've got 3 starters out. You've seen the stats, which tells me score prediction, we're going to lose 3-1.
3-1?
Because football makes no sense. Football makes no sense. I mean, this should be a game that we take if we're all into it and we all figure it out. But I don't know. Did anything come out of that was interesting to you?
I think this is I don't think they're overrated anymore. I thought they were overrated early. I think they're a team that just got hot. I think everyone has a spot where things click and the ball drops just right and players don't screw it up. They do what they should do, just knock in the easy ones. And I think they were good early, and that even skews their stats to be as good as they actually say, which isn't that great. So I don't think they're in particularly great form. Wrexham stumbled a little here, although I think we played good against Leicester, and it was a momentary mistake. If I'm right about that, then we come in and we 3-1, 2-0 them, whatever. And that's what I'm hoping for.
I will definitely take that. I'm not going to pretend anything else. Just on your statistics, I mean, they played Oxford United away 0-0, Stoke City away 0-0. They beat Sheffield Wednesday at home 3-0. But then you go through it. They lost to Norwich City 2-1. They lost to West Brom on the road 2-1. They drew Portsmouth 1-1. Outside of a December 20th 4-1 drubbing of Leicester City, they've been off of it for a continued run here. So to your point, I guess, they got figured out. This is where they should sort of be. That's their statistics line up with this sort of performance level. But whether luck or exceptional, or maybe it was those 3 players really did stir the drink for them, I don't know. We'll have to Monday morning quarterback that one at a later date. But we haven't been playing well either. To me, this is a game that we should be taking. And I'm shocked to be saying that involving QPR, to say we should feel confident about being the better squad in this one. But saying that also makes me freaking nervous. It's those sorts of games where you get into it. Now, we play against teams with history better than we play against teams without history and teams that are playing. So hopefully we go in and there's a little bit of a chip on the shoulder, a little bit of get up and go, and we'll have to see where it all boils down. We're sitting 4 minutes away from kickoff. There it is. I couldn't hear the game because I didn't click the little audio. So at least I got Mark Griffiths going. And the nice thing about being on iFollow is I don't have to put in the stupid headset to hear your voice at the same time. Night Frequency saying Coney's a good striker, but on the wrong team. And then we've got the biggest rumor that we haven't even talked about, and that is the Anglers 19-year-old, a potential $12 million drop on a player who's only got 4 goals in League One, but by all other statistics, I mean, his per 90 stats are actually quite high. And the Siddiqui Sheriff, Guinean-born French national at 19 years of age. That's sort of what we were talking about before, Brendan. Interestingly, it's a striker position rather than in the midfield. But we said if we're going to go out and we're going to sign somebody, we'd rather see somebody big.
He's 6'1",
young,
yeah,
and who's young,
yeah,
and who can lead the charge. And the story is, I mean, Crystal Palace is also in the running. We've got 12 million plus add-ons up to 19, and I think that they're a little bit less than that at Crystal Palace. But the rumor is, for whatever the rumor's worth, is that he's actually quite excited about being the lead man on a championship club and the project that is Wrexham, and leading them up rather than joining in and fighting for minutes in Crystal Palace. That might be a little bit of a disservice to Kiefer Moore and to Sam Smith, but it's that sort of stuff that kind of makes me a little bit excited. So we'll have to see how the week goes. But do you have any preliminary thoughts on that?
I know you can't just necessarily, I know they're coming out. I know you can't just necessarily take a guy that's either a 9 or a left winger and make him a left wing back. He does seem to do good with, statistically, when I looked at his stats, he's good at getting back recoveries. He's very, very good at recoveries, very good at interceptions. So, you know, at least statistically speaking, it looks like he can play some D. So to your point, if you were thinking, hey, we need to put as much talent out there as possible, you might drop him at left wing back instead of Kakache or Thomason. And then I thought that would make you happy.
Yeah, and where he slots in, and if he's that young guy who passes the Plunker test and is ready to say, fit me where I'll fit in. Oh, they got a baby on for the mascot.
I saw that, yeah. One quick thing. I hated hearing that we were looking at the guy from, I forget his name, well, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway, from Sheffield Wednesday, the right wing back. I mean, that's just insane to me. Unless they know something about Kabore and we don't want to play him or something, I don't want to hear about another right wing back. Like, yeah, no. Like, stop it. Like,
yeah, we got 3 capable. That's the one position where we've got excessive depth. David Wood taking a shot. Sorry, saying Sharif could be the new Mo Fall. Mo Fall being sent back to Wrexham, Port Vale, deciding to cut her.
True, overestimating him because he's 19 and paying a ton and then never amounting to anything. By the way, they didn't give Mo Fall. I was sticking up for Kakache. They never gave Mo Fall consistent enough minutes to display much either. But anyway.
Yeah, it's frustrating you sent him down to Port Vale and you didn't get. I think he should have stepped down even a level below that. He's still young enough. He should be a League 2 player and go and really cut his teeth somewhere where he's getting consistent time. I don't think Port Vale was the right fit for him, or if they thought because they expect him to be lower table League 1, he'd get the chances against better competition or potentially. I mean, if you are going to send him to a League 1 squad, now that my wife, they're fucking with me in England, the in-laws sending over Doncaster Rovers kit for my wife's birthday. So now I got that stuff in the house. But anyway, they could have sent him to Doncaster, another garbage club team in League 1. And I say that with all appreciation, anybody who might be watching from back over there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he goes out next, because obviously he's got to go and take a run, and I hope he can find us a home in League 2 and prove himself. But I can't believe we're talking about both right before kickoff.
Your audio's shit at the moment.
Well, what the hell?
And I'm not dropping packets. I believe it's you. But I don't know. Maybe I am.
Did it just kick off? Does that make it any better?
Yeah, you're sounding good now.
So let's see if I can manipulate this. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. The joys of the tech stuff.
Did it start for you?
No, I'm still waiting. So I guess I'm way behind you guys.
Yeah.
Standing over the ball, Wrexham in the yellow. We're underway, going from left to right. QPR from right to left in a full house. I got to bring everything up so that I can see what I'm doing and get so enthralled by the discussions of Mo Fall. Throw in on the right-hand side. Norrington Davies throws it in, kicked out, and we'll take it back. Oh, no, we're doing the Charlton overhead. What the hell is this? We're going to get motion sick watching these angles again. Did you see? We're on the roof again, looking straight down, and the ball just gets ripped right past the camera. Can't we find a place? I know that these are old barns that have been around forever, but can we not fix the camera angles in the championships little competition so that you can actually see some stuff? Opportunity anyway. O'Brien down towards the goal line. Trip, far post, too heavy. Yikes. That wasn't pretty at all. O'Brien normally on the left, over on the right. And is that the reason why? Good effort. Nice play down into him to give him an opportunity in the box for either a cut back pass or something far post, opting for the far post, and just way too much muscle on that one. Let's set some more stuff up here. John Lane, wait, did I see gloves on the pitch? We have a chance. Is that what I need to do? We all need to go and get gloves? National League camera vibe, yeah. It reminds me of Charlton last year, because I was actually getting a little bit of vertigo watching that one. Bouncing around so much. And this is just the double forward, because they've got the red writing on the blue and white hoops, and so being able to see numbers is a nightmare as well as it advances forward. Left-hand side, Norrington Davis. Oh, Kabore just got danced around, but the touch wasn't good, and it went too far. Nice pass, Matty James up to Kabore, and he's got to control it and pull it back to high, and he's playing right back so that Dan Scar's in the middle. The best way to isolate somebody who's not good with tackling people on the and taking them on when the ball's coming at them is put them in the middle of the pitch rather than on the right side. Thomason, nice little lift up over top. Kiefer Moore, he's still on side. Flag's got to stay down. He was on side. Flag goes up past goal. The player on the far right side put him on. And that player panicked with the look over his shoulder when he realized, oh, crap, and looked at the lino. Help me out here. I might have made a mistake and put him on side. You did, but the lino bailed you out. They're changing the offside rule, and they're testing it in the Canadian Premier League next year. Daylight offside going to be a thing. Tested for a full season in the CPL and report back to FIFA. Odd that of all of the places and all of the football confederations and leagues that are going to test the new offside rule, it's going to be the Canadian Premier League. So eyes on the league, I guess. O'Brien and Kabore work together to eke out a possession and then get pulled to the ground. There's O'Brien, and that's a turnover. You can't do that. Matty James smashes it off of, was that Morgan? Can't tell. Can't see his numbers. Oh, Lee, it's a nightmare. I love the old guy. Hey, ref, he's moved the ball too far down the line. It's got to be fun playing with the stand so close where you can hear everything in the crowd. The opportunity for heckles and wit. 4 minutes and 20 seconds coming up on the clock right now. Dan Scar with the ball. And we're all complaining about the camera angle, and I understand. Moore couldn't get to that one. Scooped over, couldn't figure out who that was. And stepped on. Player down. Is that Sheaf? He's playing as though that's a serious one. The ref letting him lay there. That's Sheaf who's down. Right foot, and he just blasts that one to the moon. Sheaf is up. Mia and Mark, by the way, if you're not listening, they can't see down to the nearest line either, so they've got sight line vision issues. It's just great place to go and watch a football match, I'm assuming. Horrible place to be watching if you're a broadcaster or trying to watch on TV as Dan Scar wraps up Kone. Left-hand side.
Leicester, by the way, 1-0.
Smith, who's up on Leicester?
Oxford.
Oh, yeah, we'll take that. Giveaway by O'Brien right in the middle of the pitch. Not what I want to see. Back heel, 18 yards left. Off the woodwork. Ole! Away with a horrible giveaway, and the second one's in. Fuck. That was a crazy goal. Credit out nowhere. Got to give credit for the left from Vale, but Lewis O'Brien, you can't do that. You can't do that. Just a straight giveaway. We were fortunate that the first one didn't go in, and the second one, that was some kind of half down left foot, smash drilled, and nothing Ogonko can do from there. This mass scramble this opportunity and didn't find it. And they don't show the replay. Back heel, right foot, bar down. Oh, Ogonko might have got a hand on that, deflected up to the goal as well. And it just bounces around. Thomason can't get to it, and it's just a volley. Wasn't even a half volley. It was a straight volley. Bounced off of Thomason in a battle for the ball. And left foot, thump, goal, piss off. Clueworth, we assume we have Niggles. Windass, he hasn't been on fire recently, so I think you've got to change it up. Dobson, I certainly talked about in the context of Matty James and Sheaf. Do you put Dobson out there to keep the work rate up? So I'm with you on that one. And Rathbone, especially because you've got two players who are more are left favoring players, that they're one of them's got to be on the wrong side. Yeah, I don't know, Lee, about bad defending. I mean, really, that was a bad breakout from LOB, and it caused the whole problem, right? The shot on the sort of back heel while you're scrambling to get into position, you're rescued from, and then it came down to a one-on-one battle with Thomason and Kone, and he skewed up and happened to land right where the goal scorer Vale was, and he just thumped.
I don't know, the little pass that Sheaf could have cleared the ball, and that little
was
guy.
Was it LOB? No, Sheaf. I keep blaming LOB. Sheaf. Sorry, Sheaf.
Yeah, Sheaf could have cleared the ball. Instead, the little guy that took the first shot off the woodwork was able to get it over to the guy that one-timed it around Scar, I think, or yeah. So yeah. I mean.
It's early in the morning, and the other half hasn't woken up, so you're going to watch some football with me, yeah? Okay, go yellow. Our passing, cheese and crackers. Well, we got lots of time. I guess that's the upside. Only 9 minutes gone in the game. We haven't stepped forward really yet. Dembele, not there. Just go straight out. We'll grab the throw in. The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
I think we need some luck.
QPR moves up to 8th in the standings, by the way, by the live standings as it sits 3rd.
By the way, we didn't talk about the 2 4-0 games earlier today. Preston, who was the team on the edge of the playoff thing that had a big goal difference now lost that. They had a big goal difference advantage that just got wiped out.
And Millwall, Charlton looked like absolute dog's breakfast. And the other thing that I was impressed with, if you watch the Millwall-Charlton game, is Millwall foot to the gas the whole way through. There was no reprieve, no break.
Coventry, Ipswich all look, very legit.
John making a good point. Forget the goal. The control isn't there. Psst. Can you go close the door and come back, please? We got a cat coming in.
Coventry, Millwall, Middlesbrough, Ipswich.
Let's just, to John's point, let's just find a way to end up getting a little bit of control here as Matty James flicks it forward and lost it. And Kone's laying on the ground, not paying attention. Ball goes to him and he doesn't have it. Can you put this on and say, I'm lucky? There you go. I have no problem. Child labor and rubbing totems. Down the middle of the pitch, nothing there. Ball bouncing around, and I believe that hit Broadhead and went out, and it did. And so it's going to be just a QPR, just a messy middle. Messy midfield. Lee asking for composure. It's just sloppy right now. Thrown in, and that's got to be a yellow. Dan Scar, that's not enough pace. Knew he was desperate. Had Kone, I believe that was Kone.
Yeah. Well, I should never
had him blast the pass, so he just grabbed him by the shoulders and horse collared him down. Oh, I woke up for this.
Yeah, he can't handle speed.
He can't handle speed. He knew he had him on the wrong side, and so you know what? Probably the right move. Just rip him, grab him. Thanks.
I just don't let him get the ball. Don't just don't get beat. Like there's priorities, right? This
just run back into position, right? You could have had it framed off. Preston hasn't scored in 4 games. Madsen, right-footed, going to be about 3 yards in from the goal line and about, 20? I'm just guessing from where I thought the ball went down, 24 yards? Oh, it's closer than that. 20 yards. So dangerous opportunity. I don't think he's going to be having a crack from that distance, but there are a lot of white kit sitting up on the far post. Oh, I don't think that's our quickest. Well, quickest in the championship, I think, Bryn, but I don't think that's the quickest since we've jumped on. Anyway, we being the documentary fans. Now we're waiting forever. Referee kickabout, and now he's got to go and talk. Headmaster discussion with Cook there.
Kabore is not usually about all that.
Oh, come on, Stripes. Now he's pulling him out to have Cook and Kabore have a full-on discussion with him. Just play the freaking game. Minus 22 degrees Celsius plus the wind chill. It's always those times where I say to somebody, I'm in Vancouver, and it's only 1 degree Celsius here, 34 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's a cold. Into the near post, headed away, banged off, and it's going to go for a goal kick or corner? Corner. Sheaf got to it ahead of Cook, but it went out for the corner. I thought it might have caught him. But it's a wet cold, so that makes it worse, right?
It's Celsius. It's minus 15.5 right now here.
Oh, you're cold. You're way colder than we are here.
Yeah.
Plus the ice storm that you guys got ripping down through the southern states there.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down to minus 32 or something Celsius. It's going to be minus 25 here.
Madsen, right foot bullet, headed away. That was Matty James. Put back out. Kone goes far post. Ogonko comes, collects it in the breadbasket, and throws it forward to Kabore. He's got lots of space down the right-hand side. Run, man, run. Holds up at Norrington Davis in front of him. He's going to run 20 yards towards the goal line, looking for the cross. Holds up. He's got support. Gets kicked out. No, they say we knocked it out, and it's a throw in for QPR. Meh. Kabore, heavy protest. Doesn't like it, but to John's point, nice distribution from AO. At least that's one positive so far. Throw-in's not good. Kabore gets it at his feet anyway. 35 yards away from goal. Flicks it forward. O'Brien and Sheaf playing catch. It forward. Broadhead lets it go. Flicks it around. Kone has come back in support. Left-hand side. Thomason scooped back. Doyle's he slipped up. Yeah, bad pass. He has to go and recollect, and we've got to recycle. And now it's going to be Chaim who's moving forward, and Kluwer's spot on the right-hand side. Flicks it far side. Couldn't get there. Got stabbed away. And Ogonko has. Maybe do we get a little bit of jump? Have we just shown up 15 minutes into the game? We'll find out here on the next foray forward. Doyle moves it, pushes it. Matty James push in the back, flop, and nothing called, but they get the ball back, and here comes QPR over to the left-hand side. Kabore out wide. Norrington Davis slides forward. He's going to push it forward. Is that Morgan or Smith? I think that's Morgan. Can't tell from the numbers here. And that's Madsen. I know him from it. The set pieces. Really the only player I can recognize so far, Kone and Madsen. Enter Norrington Davis, chested down wide open in the box, and he misses an opportunity. We got relieved from another piss poor defensive. How does he get that open?
There's no reason to be that open.
Smith wide open. Chested down right to him, and all of a sudden it's a panic close to try and get to him, and we look just like we're going to get butchered here.
Our defense looks heinous.
So Chaim was out to cover the wing. Nobody else slides over.
Well, he also didn't run that hard getting back.
Just chested down
and picked up the pace a little.
What the fuck?
Kone's just going to abuse Scar in the middle.
Well, and he just, speaking of abuse, he just wiped Scar out right there. Physically, he's taking him out as well. How's that? Man, complete let off. Well, we'll take it, and hopefully we can find ourselves at some point in time as Dan Scar goes far side looking for Thomason, headed forward, and nobody in the box. Just gets cleared, and now the scramble is on. Kone tries to head it to himself on a turn and go. Sheaf does the same, but manages to control it. Broadhead can't slow it down, and away they go again. It was Dembele. He's turned it over. Kiefer Moore, scramble, shout for a handball. Nothing given. Man, it is just messy football right now. And I don't know if it's cold and it's because the ball's tough, but that's going to be a throw-in. What the hell? He had it in his lap. How does that end up being a throw-in for them? Whatever. Max is on the bench, has Evie, yes. Throw in here. And Bengwe down the line. Loose ball through the midfield. Still loose. Chopped forward, and now it's going to be Kabore who's going to settle it, but one man pressing. Advances it. LOB comes all the way back in support and draws it back. Scar. Doyle. Long ball given away. Fuck me. You shouldn't be here because Dad's going to use bad words, and I don't want to have to use bad words. My own butt. You want to go snuggle up with Mom? Yeah. Okay. Free kick given before it goes out. There's just it's like I can't even get to the point of getting to know any players because the ball's just bouncing around so fast, so frequently. I mean, the only thing that's maybe we get a lucky break where the ball ends up landing on us. I haven't checked the dimensions on this one, Andy, to be completely frank. I know there's no space on the sidelines. I think that makes things look a little deceiving as Kabore just gets danced around there. That was Norrington Davis who does that, and then they give away the ball. Like, it's not pretty from them either. They've had a couple of breaks and a couple of defensive lapses on our part that make it look better, but at some point, somebody's got to put together something and find their legs. Right now, it's just ugly football. Scoop down and like straight to the center back, who is even with O'Brien running to try to get into position. That long ball down the center of the pitch was 10 yards too far. Sheaf gets stepped on. It comes loose and it goes right to them and towards the 18-yard box, dances and misses left-hand side. Let off again there. Vale, the goal scorer, able to dance through, and he probably didn't think he had as much time as he did. Got that shot away. If he would have let it settle, because it bounced up and just stayed with him like a magnet on his feet. No control, but just bounces around two defenders, and he was able to just push it through. Watch this. Doyle gets it, and it just lands into his feet and deflects. He had lots of space and lots of time. He's taken on Dan Scarr. He went for the early shot and missed it. Couple egregious finishes from QPR, keeping us in this one. No, DeAndre, I don't think we have strung together three. Moore heads it to an open space. Dembele's not able to get to it. And there's a challenge there through the middle of the pitch, and it's down. And here comes Morgan and the QPR team. They draw it back. There's three passes that they've strung together. 4. Things I didn't notice, John, but
yeah, I'm usually not checking out guys' butts, but okay, John.
Smith, left-hand side, right foot into the area, and that's going to go for a corner. Fuck me. So did you pay him, Des? That just had two little kids knocking on the door. Can't we clean your windows for a quid? No ladder, and they couldn't reach the windows; they were too small. But did they make a quid? Right-footed outswinger Madsen gonna take it. It's pretty sad when I got to wait till I can see their shorts, so that to determine who the numbers are. This referee, just let him go.
Yeah, Kabore is
Kabore this time at a headmaster talk about with the official now.
Yeah, he was molesting that little
Smith.
Kid. Yeah. That was terrible.
There's far post, and then headed out. Well, off target. Listening to Mark and me, and you could see the replay. The issue there with Kabore is he was guarding whoever was guarding more to free him up for the header, and so that was the whole problem.
I don't know why they just don't switch. Let the pick happen and switch.
Well, it's not like Kabore is 5'2" and a buzzsaw out there running. He's got some height. Yeah, you want Kiefer to be free.
But you know where the pick's coming. You just get in the way. If he goes around, the timing's now off. He can't play a header. Like
time to hire a basketball coach to go out there and to deal with it. Man, third chance for Sheaf to be able to control it, and he does and scoops it, and Moore's about 8 feet offside. Fuck me, do we look like a dog's breakfast right now? Like that's. I don't know if he would have even been able to get to the ball in any event because the pass was far too heavy. It just rolls to who's the keeper again? Walsh. Oh, right. First time I've said his name. QPR have kept a clean sheet at each of their last 3 league games. Yeah, that's because 2 of them were 0-0. 24 minutes in. Like the clock just seems like it's blasting through. We're almost a third of the way through the game here.
At some point, we might start playing.
That'd be nice. Vale running through the midfield, swings it far side. Dembele moving forward 35 yards, still moving. Madsen now towards the middle of the pitch. Back to Dembele, right-hand side. Scooped out to take him, nothing there. So it's Madsen. It's going to be a switch on to the far side, and they're going to bring it this way. Cook.
It looks like
Norrington
we're giving
Davis
everybody space.
Cook.
Like, are we
far side? Dembele. He's able to get there. Flicks it over top of Doyle. Well, I thought he was going to cross that on the half volley, and I was going to be like, Jesus, now they're pulling Harlem Globetrotters on us. Flicked up in the air. QPR not able to get that, and that's going to be Sheaf now, or sorry, LOB pushing it forward. Nothing there, so he's got to turn around. We might have to change our shape, go back to our 3-5-2 and just pigeonhole some people into some positions, because right now the 4-4-2, it's just gap after gap after gap. And even when we get the ball, we don't seem to have an answer. There's a loose ball there. Keeper comes all the way out, 35 yards out, and he's able to knock that past O'Brien. Scar heads it out. Mark Griffith says he was 40 yards out. I think it was 35, but in any event, he was a long ways away. It is. That's the perfect Hazevi with it's looking a little bit like Clown College after spring break. Moore trying to frame out the defender, not able to do it, taking on two men, and it's going to went out. Throw in for us. Looking straight down at Kiefer Moore to the top of his head. Thanks to the camera angle. Come on. Fuck. Scar. Have they switched and moved him over? No, they haven't. He was just filling over on the right-hand side. But O'Brien able to stab it, or sorry, Sheaf's able to stab it over to O'Brien, and it comes loose, and Madsen collects it. Madsen now moving forward. Kone, far right, and Bengue moving forward. Player on the deck. I can't see who that is. Madsen swung in, danger, had it out, and it's going to go for a corner. Oh, fuck. Mark Griffiths. Wrexham really having to dig deep here. Just fucking dig. Like, I'm not even asking you to dig deep. Just dig a little. Get stuck in here. Yeah, the framing up just isn't working right now. So maybe you start to look for somebody who can run in behind. So treatment for the QPR players. The time kicks over here. Going to be an in-swinger from their right-hand side, our left. Fully expect a headmaster talk about here, because it seems to be who he's going to be. In this one, it's going to be Dembele is going to take it, because it's Madsen who is on the deck. So left-footed in-swinger from the right-hand side this time, as Vale gets dispatched of and he gets thrown to the ground, and the referee is going to come in and have another headmaster talking to. Moore past the official on the shoulder, and he's going to go to Vale and say, you're not allowed to do that either. Yeah, I think you got to get to the half. But halftime subs, if nothing changes in the next 20 minutes. Far post. Was that touched? It did go off of Doyle's head. So corner on the other side. Somebody's got to talk to Doyle here. Tell him he doesn't need to play it. Fuck. So Madsen seems to be all right. He's back out there. Dembele is asking if he wants to take it, or is he going to do a short corner, but it's going to be a right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side for QPR. Lots of movement, middle of the box, far post, up in the air, knocked out, and it'll be a goal kick. Oh, they say corner on the other side. So Madsen runs over to the other side. 3 corners in a row. And Bengue has to pull. Who's that? Dunn, not happy. Oh. Had a bet on my family's Derby County win last night. Bloody West Brom. I watched that one. Oh, it comes loose. 18-yard box, scoop forward, up in the air. Somebody head clear, still bouncing around. Settle it down. Nope, still in the box, bouncing around. And then that overhead kick didn't miss by much. Kone getting. They're Harlem Globetrotter us right now. We are the Washington Generals. Just getting scored. You can play, what is it, Sweet Georgia Brown? Is that what it is in the background? Outclassed. Overhead kick with a defender in front of him. Another corner. Like, just, this is the game. Had it down and free kick just because his boot was too high in the air. Kone put it into a dangerous position, and so the ref takes that away from him. Dan Scar from the halfway line. Right with the script, we're going to go with a gorgeous assist and a goal completely away from the run of play. Kiefer Moore had it, lost. Are we able to maintain possession, gain it back, do something? Matty James knocks it away from Kone, and it goes over to the right-hand side. And now we're that's 3 passes, Deandra, 31 minutes. We just got 5 consecutive passes, and now Algonquo is going to long ball it and see if it puts it up to Kiefer Moore in a place that, and Kiefer Moore gets outworked.
You know, we've had games where we've outplayed the other team, and then they get a late goal before the half.
Before the half, yeah. So we're due.
You can't let a team hang around and steal a game that they're playing like crap in. And we've let it happen. And maybe that's what happens here.
It's our turn. It is our turn. And maybe that'll be the secret on a go forward. Play like shit, get 3 points. Play well. Don't take points.
We only got 1 from playing well last game. So how about we get 3 from playing like shit? Mix it up.
Nice effort there. O'Brien coming all the way back, but then Hyam can't control it. And it skews out and it's kept in. Vale digging, going to draw it back. Madsen now over to Norrington Davis. Looks for Vale, doesn't find him. Matty James now chasing Madsen down. Moore press is coming a little bit far forward. Moore's there. Broadhead, what are you doing fucking chasing into Moore's back pocket instead of going wide to the obvious position where the pass is going to go? Like, I get it. I'm not on the pitch and I have a better view and I can see all that, but that made no sense to me. Why would you have a second man chasing down a center back? A, waste of energy. B, wrong guy. That's it. I'm laying down. Well, we got possession. I don't know if it I mean, yeah, it was deflating, but I don't think we've been in the game as of yet. 5 corners to 0 so far in this one. Center backs having a practice amongst themselves. We've now done like 8 consecutive passes, but all between each other. Oh, they got it forward to Matty James. Let's go. Right foot, space, left-hand side. That was a nice pass. Thomason knocks it down with a good touch. Decides not to scoop it to Broadhead and instead goes towards the middle. That's Sheaf. He gets pushed in the back. Playing advantage. Why wouldn't give us a free kick? What are you talking about? That's in a dangerous spot. And we didn't do anything with the fucking ball. Why are you playing advantage? That was horrible. An obvious foul on Sheaf.
I thought you played advantage on a breakaway with numbers, not.
Yeah, you don't play advantage when they've got their wall. They've got all their back line set up and they commit the foul and we've stopped to sit there and stare at it. You donkey.
Oh, he's very quick. Fuck him.
That's a weird decision. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can't really complain about the ref. We haven't done enough to make it worth anything. As Kabore gets called for a ticky-tack foul, he's going to be watching Kabore because he's already had 2 schoolboy talking tos. And that one goes back. Walsh has it. And maybe a bit of a press here. Broadhead and Moore all the way forward. Scooped out far side, and the press works, and we gain a possession. Moore throws his hands up and says, let's go. Thrown in quickly. Kabore draws it back. Matty James, we're going to recycle all the way back. Chase down, too heavy. Trying to get Kabore on the right-hand side around Norrington Davis on that end, but it just goes over into the area that Walsh can go and collect it, so he does. Handball by us, but we got away with it, but we give it away anyway. Hyam. Broadhead looking for Kiefer Moore, and that's where you needed Sam Smith. Moore just doesn't have the run in behind the defender's capacity, and so he just can't get there in time. And it rolls to Walsh. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking there, John. I think Smith would have made something of that pass. Try being more pessimistic. Okay, will do.
Good advice.
I'm not a happy clapper. I will not pretend to be a happy clapper. When we look like shit, I'll call it out as such. Kabore. Morning. Oh, CWF. A stiff drink for everybody, I think, would work. If not, at least be nice to try it, right? 36 and a half minutes in. We've got the ball, but we're still stuck at midfield. Long ball, searching forward. Onside is Thomas, and if he can get there before the goal, he can. Only one option, that was to hook it, and more. Could he have got there with a little bit more effort? Like, you know what the play is, right? You're sitting there wondering, is he going to get there? Well, what option does he have? He only has one option. He's not going to be able to stop it and settle it down. It's going to have to be some cross or some back pass or something. And Kiefer Moore is standing at the edge of the 18-yard box as it cuts through. Matty James with it. Not the best first touch. The press is on, so it's all the way over to Hyam now on the other side. He scoops it forward. Kabore stabs it. Sheaf and giveaway. Here they come. 3-on-2 in the middle of the pitch. Options everywhere. Matty James commits the foul. Oh, nothing given. Wow. All right. We'll take that. Go the other way then, lads. The shoulder charge. Sufficient there. I think the shoulder came in before the ball, the attempt on the ball. And Mark agrees with me that it looked like a foul to him. Sheffield United helping out with a goal over Ipswich. Just do something here. We sat there and stared at teams recently that have looked like garbage against us with nothing coming forward, and then they found something. This is where we need to do it. And I need my controller to play a little FIFA, a little FA, because I would have made a pass over to Kabore on that side rather than the back pass, and then the one through the middle fucking given away. Jesus! Mark just said the same thing, John. We're getting into this. And I say that, but if you saw the gap, like Kiefer had 8 yards, a full radius. And the pass misses him by 3 yards, 4 yards the other way, and while he's on the go, so he can't get it. Like, we're just not in control of our own destiny at the moment. I think the ref gave that throw in lieu of giving the foul because Kabore didn't have an opportunity to go and grab that because he was too busy being hugged. along the line. So Hines going to get the ball for a throw in on the right-hand side. Broadhead able to get a head onto it, but not to direct it. So it's collected, and then it's slapped down to Ogonkwo. Rolled forward to Hyam. Press comes forward through Vale. Matty James back to Ogonkwo, and they can afford to put 7 bodies forward. Like they've got their, I guess it's 6 bodies forward, and just leave their back line on the midfield because we're not connecting forward. And haven't won a battle. So you force the pressure. 0 shots, 0 on target, 1 touch in the box. Holy jump, Jesus. And it can't be that cold there, or either that or Parky's just a man. You
can't have negative XG, I think, so that's good.
Yes, that's always a positive.
Trying to be less pessimistic, right?
Yes, less pessimistic. 1 touch in the box, 0 shots, 1 touch in the box. Why spend 18 million quid on a striker if you can't get him the fucking ball? Like that. I mean, there is something to be said that, 5 years ago when Leicester was dominating the Prem, we're sitting there toiling and now playing QPR on the road. There'd be a huge measure of disbelief, but it just outworked us and kept that one in. Kabore comes all the way through. Anyway, well done by Kabore to at least knock that one free, and it's pushed forward. And you need Sam Smith's speed here. With the way the back line has got Kiefer under control, it's just not. This isn't a match in a lineup that's conducive to this style of play and to trying to get Kiefer more to. He's losing every single battle, and there haven't been very many. Not entirely his fault, and I'm not saying that by any stretch. But there's been 2 plays where you're clearly hoping you can find some speed, and he just doesn't have that immediate gear to get it up there. And there's a foul over on the right-hand side on Dembele. 3 minutes to the half, and then we can talk about who's coming in as halftime subs. Charlton, by the way, dropped the full bomb squad. 4 men subs in one sitting. Halfway line, free kick. What are we thinking? 3 minutes of added time? I'd take 1, just get us to the half. Done. He's just going to draw it back and play kickabout. Walsh has it, the keeper. Kone flicked it on. Going to go. Just let it go for a goal kick. I thought Dan was going to run over and clear that. He made a motion towards the ball like he was going to thump it. And I went, no. Interesting. Mark's seen something that I'm not. He's saying it's clear that the game is turning. I haven't seen that. If anybody else is watching and you've seen in the last, because he said it's been building now for about 5 minutes, and I haven't seen a change. But Thomason out-muscled there, but able to ninja his way through, take the ball. Doyle, there's a trip on the stab tackle, and free kick just on our side of half. He went to his pocket. I think this is for kicking the ball. I'm just sitting there watching. This is a long conversation. So it is a yellow card. I didn't think it deserved a yellow. So I mean, it's late here. Oh, is it because he stabbed the feet down? Or is it because of the argument afterwards? I don't know. Anyways, Mbengwe picks up a yellow card. Mark says maybe it was because he pushed his teammate away. I don't know. Late first half entertainment in a first half that's had zero entertainment as far as we're concerned. The guys in yellow are concerned. Heim heads it out. Bounced off of Matty James. Wow. Well, great appeal by Mr. James there to get that one, as I didn't think that banged off of them. 2 minutes of added time. Here you go. Brendan's prediction about to come true, right? A complete out of nowhere smash and grab. Nope. Headed out. We'll take another throw in from the right-hand side. The chat has gone quiet, or it's broken, as everybody frustratingly sitting backwards, leaving me to end up talking over and filling space on a garbage game. Oh, it was my chat that broke. Broadhead forcing Walsh to pick the ball up. That's the greatest success we've had in the box. The most entertaining, the biggest threat we've had. Running towards the keeper with the ball at feet to force him to pick it up. Yeah, but I'm okay with 2 and get it to the half. Mind you, watch, we'll get there and have a threatening opportunity and lose out on it. Long ball, far side, searching for Kabore. Bale is out there, pushes him in the back, and that should be a corner for us. Came off of Bale at the end, no? I thought that went back and then shoulder and out, no? Oh, well. Yeah, Mia says that thinks the same thing, but notices there was no appeals. That's not what she saw. Thought that should be a corner as well. Right, Kyle? That's the story of the first half. 30 seconds to go until we can get through it. And then Brendan and I are going to have a debate as to who comes in. Rathbone and Dobson. Yeah, that's what. So I'm not smoking my own here, says RKO. That was clear as day off Kabore and then off the defender. That's what I saw. That's what Mia saw. That's what you saw. God, I'm intrigued to look at the stats only because I think we went with our lowest XG. Do we have any XG? Let's start with that, Brendan. Bring up the stats.
As you wish.
Possession. Total shots, 0. Defensively, blocked shots, 0. Accurate crosses, 0. Offsides, 1. Touches in opposition box, 10-2. So 2 touches in the box, 0 shots, 0.0 XG. But be a happy clapper. Summarize that one for us, Brendan.
One of the shittiest performances so far this year. Certainly lackluster. Yeah.
I'll say the worst half of football since the Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhaney takeover. I can't think of a worse half. Like even the MK Dons opening game in League 2 where what was it, 1 or 3? I'm going to get smoked in this league. We were at least sniffing around the 18-yard box. We haven't done a damn thing.
That was the least productive we were as a team, in the sense that I didn't see anybody beating their guy and doing something. Like, you usually have one guy busting his ass. You see Dobson out there killing himself or something like that. And there was just nobody that stood out where you're like, well, at least that guy just did a nice play. Like, nothing. Just shit.
Interesting shout from Jason here. Says every January for the past 4 seasons, Wrexham goes through a slump. Seeing it happen again this year, it's a history repeating itself. So I'm concerned a bit. And there's some reality to that. I mean, it's been 4 years that we've seen this slump. We go through the Christmas break relatively well, and then all of a sudden things go to hell in a handbasket. Who was the team that we ended up last year? Started with the B. I can't even remember. Anyway, and then it takes us 3-4 weeks to find our game, because I remember last year it was the build up towards Bolton and Huddersfield and Wickham that I was going to in February and March, and that's the season started to turn back around then. So it's an interesting shout. I'll give you credit for it, Jason. That's a good one. Definitely there. I don't know. There's been nothing that's there. So if we're talking changes, a good half needed, then something like that. Dobson and Ollie to me are the obvious. Smith is the question mark. And do you bring in somebody else? Are you bringing in Barney on the right side or Kakache on the left? And the other thing is Dobson's got to come in for Sheaf. I don't think it's for Matty James.
Yeah, truthfully, I think we need Dobson, Smith, Windass, and Rathbone. All of them got to get in there. You got to get Sheaf out of there. You got to get O'Brien out of there. I just don't think that this is the right game for Moore. And I didn't even know that Broadhead was out there. I'll just presume he was, but like, rip them all out.
Five substitutions, and you're limited to 3 opportunities. So how many are you? How many are you making?
Would be nice. Unless you're going to tear the paint off the dressing room, and then give them an opportunity to respond. Parky does love his halftime speeches, yelling at them. So.
Yeah, and I think we've only ever seen halftime subs really one. Well, it's only been one game this year, but I'm trying to think of while in League 2, League 1, whether we've had halftime subs outside of injuries where a player was down and was able to eke their way through to the half, and we brought somebody in.
Yeah, I think it's happened once. Right?
Yeah, 3 windows, 5 player subs, and so I mean, I don't think you're going to make 4 in the halftime sub, but at least 2 and potentially 3. Here, God, what a just shitty happy. Here's the good news. Let's be the bastion of positivity. We've played the worst half of football that we've played.
And we're only down 1,
and we're down 1.
And we're a second half team, right? So just not the last.
How do we qualify as a second half team when we've given away so many points?
Well, no, just not the last 6 minutes of the game. We're the second half team from halftime. From halftime to the 80th minute. Yes, yeah. We kick ass there. Everything else.
That's our. So we got him right where we want him.
Yes, we're not great in the first half. We poop ourselves in the last 10 minutes, but everything else, that's our sweet spot.
God, I don't like. I'm sitting there watching the highlights and stuff, and it's just like the same 2 camera angles over and over and over again. So that's where all the play was. I don't even know how to talk about through this one to get us to the half.
On a downside, I mean, I guess if there's just about every other game is breaking our way.
So that's a double-edged sword, right? Wouldn't it be amazing to be able to grab some points?
Yeah, if we took advantage of this right now, we would go right into the playoffs and in no ties.
Crazy language. So. God, to be a fly on the wall though in the change room and right now with like Parky's going to be burning them.
I can't believe how atrocious those statistics are. If you read those to them, how could they not be embarrassed? How could they not come out on fire? Just blowing around, going crazy, because those are embarrassing numbers.
That's why I was chuckling. Like it. I mean, the only thing that's I mean, we're on pace for 340 passes. That's ahead of our average. Our average being 308 passes a game. Other than that, and 71% accuracy is. I don't even know what to do or to say. Like, it's a good thing I'm not a coach, because my probably recourse would be exactly what you said and what I said right afterwards, is just reading off the stats. I wouldn't have anything else to say. Like, just taking a fucking holiday.
Yep.
I took the day off. And I wish I had better insight to what's going on. And I wish so. Okay, let's settle in on this. We're consensus that Dobson and Rathbone are certainties.
I would guess the full players we mentioned: Rathbone, Dobson, and Windass and Smith are going to get in the game.
The problem with that I have is, other than like Dobson, and are you bringing Dobson and Rathbone in for somebody up front like LOB, or are you bringing him in for Sheaf and saying
Sheaf is Dobson, Sheaf, Rathbone for LOB, Windass for Broadhead, and Smith for Moore. Like that.
I'm with you. I think using 4 players.
I didn't say all at once. I'd love it to be all at once, but that's what should end up coming in. You'd expect.
I don't think I can remember the last time I was excited about Windass, Coventry. Yeah. And him coming in. But if we go promotion, get it and get relegated, we come back down with a boatload of money. That's exactly it, RKO. When everybody says, "Oh, we're not ready for the Prem," piss off. We'll take the cash. We get 3 years of big money. And we go up, and there will have to be a lot of bastion of positivity, because we're likely to get smashed. But if we don't, great. If we're able to eke out enough points to stay up, awesome. But if you go back down, you come back down with 2-3 times the money that everybody else has. That's not a guarantee, but it certainly is frequent that teams that come back down go back up, and at least within the 3-year window. It's very rare. And I think Norwich City is the most recent iteration of a team that came back down from the Prem and didn't go up within the 3-year window of them receiving cash. What'll be interesting next year is it's very likely, very possible, that you're going to have 6 teams receiving parachute payments. So it'll lower the amount per club, because none of them may go back up. So, I'm with the 4 changes. I don't think it'll be all 4. I think that Smith won't be coming in for Kiefer.
At all?
Not in the first window. Not at the halftime window, because you're only allowed, I think it's 5 players within 3 windows, right?
Yes, I'm just saying that those changes will happen. I expect a 2-2 to your point.
Yeah, but you got to get something. And here's the other thing is, I referenced it about their 4-4-2 sort of finding openings. Do we change from our 3-5-2-1 and go back for this one into our 5? Did I said 4-3-2, 3-4-2-1, 79-10, and go back to our regular setup, the 3-5-2?
I just don't know that ever produces much offensively. And we looked. I thought we were having success. Our best defense was a really good offense, like keeping the ball in their end. We're not going to survive if we just park the bus, put 5 guys on the back, and then we don't look threatening at all. And we're hoofing the ball down, not connecting with Moore, and not playing off that. There's no one else for him to dump it to within, I don't know, 20 meters. So I just don't see us being able to score at all. If we were up a goal or even, fine, but we're down a goal. You have to get on the front foot, and putting 5 guys towards the back or leaning that way is not the way to go.
With the press coming at us too. I mean, we've talked about this. It's been a while since we've raised it, probably four weeks. Remember, there was a stretch where every team that pressed us bottled us up and broke us down. Is this just that issue resurfacing?
Yeah, I mean, there are games where Broadhead goes to sleep, and then there's games where Broadhead's just dynamic, right? And
Here, Steve. Sorry.
What was that?
Go ahead. I just said 3 years of parachute payments.
Well, 3 years of parachute. So if you can have him circle back, get the ball, and then get past people, that would be great. Right now, there appears to be no effort to come through the middle of the pitch, and there's no one. There's only Kabore to kick it out wide to. Thomason's not moving in at all down the left side.
Well, they say, and Mark picked this up, and I mean I could see that side, but I didn't see it. But Mark said because their press is so far forward, it's pulling one of the wingers back, and it's Thomason who's playing far back, almost so that he's a fourth defender over on the left hand side. Yeah. So that means they've got to stagger. The wing backs are staggered. Kabore,
but look at how one-dimensional we are. You have Kabore and Moore are your only targets, and they're not making any passes. They're not progressing the ball from back to front. They're just lobbing it down. It's not connecting, and then we're done. So yeah.
And Randy G with the point to extend on that, and if for Broadhead to be effective, how's he effective? Is he's got to have the ball on his feet.
He's got to come back and get the ball in midfield, and then and drive forward. And O'Brien is coming way back. He's got to stay forward more. We have to have options. We don't have enough bodies forward at the moment to make anything happen.
Yeah, they're back on the pitch. Parky's having a whisper to the coaching squad. Windass is still wearing pennies. Smith is still wearing his winter stuff. I would be shocked if there's no changes. And right now, I don't see that there's going to be changes.
I like the fact that my lack of knowledge doesn't prevent me from being opinionated. Convincingly so,
I was gonna take a shot and say that's an American quality, but
I can confidently be ignorant, and I'm okay with that.
No changes, guys. Not a change. Not a single frickin' change. Morgan standing over the ball. QPR is going to go from left to right. We're going to go from right to left. And we're underway. Let's just do it, guys. 0 XG, 0 shots, 0 anything. 2 touches in the box. No, 1 touch in the box. But that's good enough for Parky. Let the guys run again. Oh, fuck. Yellow card? No. Accidental. Anyway. O'Brien gets the boot up towards Madsen. DeAndre's pretending to be shocked. RKO is looking for Parky to do a reach around and pluck the head out. I don't think Anthony's responding to the same thing, but he called it a yo-yo effect. But be sure your brain is engaged before putting your mouth into gear. Madsen, right foot, far post, looking for options. Nobody there, and it's just scooped up. We could have done more with that ball. Can you not communicate? I'm thinking of the defenders in hockey where you're sitting there going, time. Just bellow at them, because instead we got the left foot boot down the pitch, and gave it away rather than trying to build something through the middle of the pitch. Scramble. Broadhead has it, smashes it off of, I believe that was Mbengue. Can't see the numbers because I'm looking straight down at the top of their heads. There you go, John, with the comment. Classic Parky. Talking to and then the same old shite for 3 minutes. I mean, at least give them 10 minutes to say, I've given you guys the call to action. Do a fucking thing. But we're probably looking at the 65th minute, and we're probably looking for one sub come on. Dan Scar, right side, looking for Kabore. Can't get to it. Headed up, and a back pass, and can Broadhead get to it? He can on a giveaway, and the first touch isn't good, and he just gives it away. Doyle, interception there. Left foot scoop and too heavy. Can't get to Kiefer Moore. Credit to the Wrexham fans for clapping and cheering and getting him into this. We're already whistling for time wasting. An early yellow card for time wasting would be hilarious because then it really puts the pressure on if it happens later on. John simmering. The thing is you have to take opportunity for QPR. Just give a second. 6 yards going down to the goal line. It's got to be Vale, and he's going to try and get it around Haim. Haim jumps out nicely, draws it back. Vale and I believe that's Smith working on that side. Cross far post. Ooh. Dembele. Too small to jump over Thomason, and now it's just a battle through the air. Kiefer Moore comes all the way back to 20 yards away and settles it down. Thomason, and he just kicks it out.
Almost hits my 3D camera. Glasses there.
That would have been a good one. It's coming right into your TV screen, folks.
No, stop.
So the only thing I'll say, John, is they're showing the camera work that's being done, and the guys who are stuck at the top of looking down at stuff. How did they not get motion sick? You got to go through aviation training to be the camera operator at QPR so that you can get used to the angles. Is late goals are more frequent because players are tired. And you usually see people who come in the second half have those per 90 minute numbers quite high. So there is that. DeAndrew did the duck. Did you move back in the screen after that kick? That's what, yeah, RKO. I mean, Parky was right to look to the fourth official as a what the hell. And I was chuckling about there being a yellow card already, but it's definitely already there. 4 yellow kit, 1 QPR player, and somehow he manages to get the ball back. Vale pulls on Kabore's arm. The ref's letting everything go. And that's another one that I don't think that should have been our throw in unless he was calling a foul. No. Yeah, that's. I'm glad I'm seeing the same thing as the color commentator, just saying 4 players looking around and they're all staring at Kabore, looking to him to bring it down. Nobody steps in and takes the ball. And more, that was a flop. It was definitely a foul, but it was more theatrical than it needed to be. And we'll play it. Matty James draws it back. Haim over to Scar. Not a good pass, so he's got to run and collect it. And the press is on, and oh my God, and we give it away. Like, fuck, were we horrible? We played ourselves into a trap. You know what I mean? Like, they just brought the press forward, set us over on the against the sideline, and just waited for a missed touch. Turnover there. Kabore on the go. Broadhead has it. Can't swing it to him yet. He's dancing jitterbug through the middle of the pitch. Has to do a lot of work just to get a pass forward to Kabore, who scoops and tries to get around, and the ref says nope. Doesn't give a free kick. It was that interference play where you play it forward and you go to try and get around the man, and he did get taken down unfair, but there was no way he was getting to that ball. And now he gives the free kick on a soft little touch on Vale. Fuck.
I was looking for considerably more energy coming out of the half, and I see
you would have thought that he would have pasted the walls and told him to go out and get it. We're sitting 6-7 minutes after, and it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, maybe slightly more energy, but not a ton. Not enough.
That's John's not wrong. I have a vibe that Parky's planning his 70th minute sub, one person. And it'll be Cody coming in or something.
Yeah, defender. Yeah, no help.
Because Scar's got a yellow card.
Yeah. We're down 1. We need offensive guys. Okay.
Cody for Scar. Broadhead trying to get to Walsh. Give him credit for that. Kabori out on his man. Maybe that run by Broadhead will free kick. Kabori's not going to get any love or appreciation. The refs just got him pegged from the schoolboy chats, and every little touch that he has is a foul. And Smith rolling on the ground.
That little guy's been owning Kabori, to be fair.
Yep. It's a fair comment.
He's pantsed him the whole game.
Kone draws it back, shot forward. Wow, Doyle just got completely beat up. Oh, fortunate. Saved by Hyam coming over 2 positions. That's our right wing back who came all over on the left-hand side to rescue Doyle, who got beat by Dembele. Turn there. Broadhead running forward, left-hand side. Cut back pass. And he just gets stabbed off his feet. Thomason up there. Shot. It's still there and loose. Oh, flag didn't go up there on the offside. We'll take it. Matty James, Doyle. We've got legs now. There was actual touches in the box. Move forward. Broadhead. Scoop. Doyle on the right. Open left foot and Are you kidding me? Out of nowhere with a flurry, Doyle says, I'll be that ninja who cuts through everybody, finds a way to spot something in the back of the net, and we are equal 1-1, 54 minutes in after a complete bullshit display and against the run of play. What the hell just happened, and where did that come from? This is like the Leicester match, except it's a lot earlier than that one, where it's just you're sitting there, no threat, goal. I'll take it. That's what I was just going to say. Mia just saved it. I was like, I think that's Callum Doyle's first. Just a simple pass through, dragged it to his left foot, and just lifted it forward. Thomason to Broadhead, forward to Doyle, onside, left foot from an angle, and lifts it to the top of the net. And given the room, because he took that shot from 7 yards out with the keeper there and a player diving in front of him, it's an impressive finish for your left back to throw that into the top of the net. Jesus. Did you have that on your bingo card, Brendan?
I did have a O'Doyle rules gif ready, so yeah.
Oh, did you?
Had up for a few weeks, but okay.
Here we go again into the box. All of a sudden, like what just happened? At 53rd minute, I remember being all like, "We suck again," and now all of a sudden we're like, "Go forward," and now they're on the run. Oh, that's going to be a yellow. I thought yellow card for Sheaf. That's the right play. You gamble on that one and you take that yellow card because. And now, 65th minute, that makes sure that he goes out and Dobson comes in. Did he get the ball?
Ooh. No, he'll still wait till after the 70th minute to stand a guy up.
So Sheaf on yellow, Scar on a yellow. So that's Cody coming in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hoping I'm being sarcastic. I am hoping that doesn't happen. But Kluwerth, I guess, could come in and slide Hyam over, and we'll play the rest of it with the knock. That's probably what it'll be. I'm hoping. It's being facetious. Still a dangerous shot here for the free kick, but still better than the opportunity of a 2-on-1 there. Like, what the hell just happened there? Don't rush, Parky. Okay. I'll slow down. This is actually further closer than I thought it was. Did they move that forward 3-4 yards? Madsen's lined up on it. He's surely not going to take that. That's going to be Vale. Got to be to his right. It's got to be a left-footed attempt. Only 3 men in the wall. Well, okay. The straight on camera made it look like it was really close. It's far enough back that we're probably okay, and it's just smashed into the wall. Really, in the champion, it depends on how big the niggle is. Why would you put if you've no option to come in, then don't put him in on the back line. Kabore. Too many fouls, or is he talking to Smith for overactivating and overstimulating, not stimulating, simulation?
That was such a flop, but he hates Kabore, and everyone knows it. So
yeah, Kabore breathed on him there.
Why?
We'll take it, right, Bryn? Right-footed Madsen gonna go far post, cross the face. There it is. Matty James able to rescue that one, and it's going to be O'Brien who just thumps it out. Why? And Moore's even saying why.
There's no one within.
Moore's even going why. I was running up the wing for you.
There's no one near him. What the?
Well, that's what I like. Time. Like that's how many times have you watched hockey and you hear that? And I'm curious what it is that they yell in football, because I haven't played enough and I don't recall seeing the 4 matches I've been to live over in England of hearing the back line communicate, which is a single line that you hear all the time, a single word. And you just know, okay, I'll eat it. And you look around the pitch. And then if you have to throw it out because you got no other options, fine, but not the default, just thump it out. Moore on the chase. Walsh can't go and get it. Moore shoulders his man down. Could have been a handball there, not given. Broadhead would have been close. Broadhead drawing it back, right? Thomason, no. He's got it now, 20 yards out. Doyle. Move forward to left-hand side. Broadhead eking towards the goal line. 18 yards, doesn't like the cross option, so he's going to go to Thomason as the yellow kit move back. It's recycled. Chief, right-hand side. Switch on. Hyam. Through. O'Brien stab forward. Is he onside? It doesn't matter because he didn't get to it. Flag stayed down. More Bambi legs couldn't get to it.
Like Smith would have gobbled that up, and that would be a goal.
He would have been clearing through in the middle of the pitch, and he couldn't get out of his own way to let the ball get in front of him.
That was a great ballsy pass by Doyle to send it long up the pitch like that down the middle, where we've been not productive. And yeah.
Thanks, military. Yeah, no, I mean, and did you see that was the longest foul, most yards covered before a foul is given? Is Matty James just ran a full 10, 12 yards with Smith in his pocket. I got to mute for a second.
Who is the yellow here? What's it like? That they did give that to the QPR guy, right? That was just trying to get a piggyback ride from James. Yeah. Okay. Good. More pressing forward. I'm like 15 seconds ahead. It's hard for me to call the match here because Shaun's so far behind what I have on the screen. But we're keeping it in QPR's end. We look far more lively now, more threatening. I still think they're vulnerable up the middle. I wouldn't be going wide.
Sorry, guys. I hate those calls when it's a work call and I get both on my cell phone and on a Saturday morning on my cell phone and on my office phone because I'm like, crap. Anyways, back at it. Doyle with it. Just at least it's scrambling through the midfield and we're getting some possession here too. Oh, gone. Thumps it down the middle of the pitch. 62nd minute. Des identifies Ipswich scores. That sucks.
Yeah, thanks, RKO. Unfortunately, I'm watching through the app, and no, I guess you're right. I could do it on the app probably. Go back 10 seconds.
Scar with it. A little bit more possession, a little bit more control, but also notably less press. They're not scrambling forward and they're letting us have a look. Doyle just stuffed that pass trying to get, I don't know if that was for O'Brien or for Kabore, but Smith all forward. Well done by Hine to step forward in the tackle. I'm with you, RK. All of a sudden it does look like we've got a little bit more legs, but that bad pass gave them an extra possession. But we'll see. We're able to take it to there. Kabore. And no immediate pressure. And then it got fucking get. So now it's the effort's picked up a little bit. Smith draws it back. There's a foul. Jersey pulls him down. And you notice what I noticed is we just said, oh, QPR is starting to slip a little bit and maybe wane, and we are getting control. And what immediately happens? Sub.
Yeah. Plus, they follow a bunch of guys to disrupt momentum.
Yep.
That's what they've been doing.
Control of the game. Still a lesson that needs to be learned. QPR going to sub first just made DeAndre chuckle. Was that Madsen that came out? Or sorry, Morgan? Good morning. No? Okay, we'll snuggle with her a little bit longer because I can't come out. Hold on a second. I'll be back. Sorry.
Shaun will be back in a moment. Let's see here. See what I can do. I'll at least be on screen. I'm a little ahead here. I have Matty James over the ball, the free kick. Oh, Shaun's back. I thought that you'd be gone.
Early mornings and little ones running. Matty James, right footer from a decent position, going far post left side. Header can't get there. Going to go out. We'll grab a corner left hand side. We have a corner. They're getting more independent, Des. Also something that I don't like, but because it means they're going to be out of the house sooner than later. But I've determined I can't stuff them into a cardboard box and refuse to feed them so that they stay little forever. The law will not permit that. Probably cruel is in any event. Far post, right side. Had an opportunity, but a good header by the defender to one arm on the shoulder to jump over top. So throw in for us, 10 yards out, 11 yards out. Doyle, he's not going to take it. Going to leave it for Kabore. Throwing Shee far side. More fighting. Can't get to the header. Broadhead frames out his man, but can't keep the ball. Why was Broadhead penalized for framing out the man there? What?
Was that a handball?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. So more there. Broadhead frames this guy out. Keep the play going forward. Did the guy that came and get it interrupt? I don't know.
Maybe he just had a Kabore flashback and needed to call something.
John says could have been handball for more. Maybe. I thought it was on Broadhead. That
Broadhead
don't matter.
used his
Kabore, nice
bicep,
job
I
stepping
thought.
over top.
Yeah.
Smith stepping on the feet of Kabore.
Smith's lucky he didn't get,
A second yellow on this one. I don't think he goes yellow-red for that one, but
yeah, but he wasn't anywhere near the ball. The ball was gone.
yeah. If I was QPR, I would have felt aggrieved on that one. Swung, wow, far bullet pass to Thomason, who takes nicely and draws in forward to himself, fakes the pass and curls. Fakes another pass and curls, opens up area. Thomason doing things. The cross. He couldn't get enough on it. Yeah, that's what I heard is broad. Well, Mark talking about, but where was it? Difficult touch. Moore almost nicked that one.
Sheffield United.
At least we're into this one now, right?
3-1 over Ipswich at the moment. Sheffield.
Wow. Interesting. Thomason, bummer pass because kept control. Great play. Damn it! So you can't really be too critical, eh? Oh, there you go. CBS said handball and showed the replay angle where he went up for the header. Could have also said, hey, Sharky. Could have also said that should have been a foul for the press in the back. Tried to go wide to Smith. Couldn't get it to Kabore. And you were saying that Smith was eating Kabore up. Have to give Kabore credit. It's been 10, 15, 20 minutes now where Kabore is eating him up. And so now O'Brien. Sheaf. Almost an improper tackle on Doyle. Gets around it. Thomason. Broadhead. Jitterbugging. No, he's not. He's going to go back to Doyle. Are any players up? I don't know what we're talking about. Kabore, and we're going to draw it back. We're going the wrong way, but at least we've maintained possession. Bad touch there by Doyle. Drilled through the middle of the pitch. Broadhead lets it roll to him. 18-yard box. 2 men on him. Thomason coming to his left. Doesn't take it. Stabbed around. Here comes a right. Sheaf dances. Left foot. Blocked down still. Opportunity. Moore can't get to it. It's knocked out. Does it go out for a corner? No, it's collected by Walsh.
Wait,
the muffin cannon.
If you block that down, I didn't think that he could grab it. Or is it only on passes he can't grab it?
No, back passes. If it's a shot to him and it's a loose ball, he's still wide open to play that one. And the bad pass by QPR is they've got the Wrexham first half blues here and can't connect through anything in the midfield. So now it's just leaning on them with the pressure and hoping we can find two while we've got our chances. Sheaf straight at the keeper with the muffin cannon doesn't work. Surprise, surprise. That's it.
I am going to have to do
players up, subs getting ready. And now here's the thing. We're going to go to the 78th minute and not bring anybody in because we're turning the screws all of a sudden.
Yep.
Flicked away. Rescued on the sideline there. That was Dembele. Draws it back. Kone goes over to the right-hand side. Pushed forward into the box. Kabore comes back and slaps it through the middle of the pitch where Madsen collects it. Slides it over left-hand side. That's going to be Norrington. Davies out, and Kabore gets in front of Smith, and he's getting grabbed and fouled again. At what point does he get another yellow? Because this has been like 3, for persistent fouls. I think you go over to him and you give him the warning. Yeah, O'Brien, they just showed the overhead replay on O'Brien's shot. He had lots of space, lots of time, and he just literally shot it right at the chest of the keeper. Kabore taking on 2 men. Smith there with Norrington Davies just decides to draw it back. Not the best pass backwards, but it's with Scar in the middle of the pitch and now to Doyle. Dangerous pass. It ends up being intercepted, and now they come 4-on-3. 2 men coming back in support, right foot, and completely stuffed that. Thanks, Madsen. John, I have rage. Okay, let's go. 72nd minute. Going to be a throw in after being knocked off of Davis. Smith. Sorry, why did I say Davis? Smith. I keep calling Smith Davis, don't I? QPR with the ball on a giveaway. Back through Cook. Cycles on over to the right-hand side. Done. Almost missed the pass on that one, but it's rescued and kicked back to Walsh. Red rage. That was like the perfect timing for that comment. Walsh, heavy pass, well rescued there by Mbengwe, and a nice little inside pass, and Mbengwe has it blasting down the right-hand side. Numbers. Dembele scoops up in the air, tries to get it. Kone can't do it. Well done by Scar. The one thing that you do want is Scar in the middle for the aerial battles, and he won that one over top of Kone, and now there's a battle in the midfield. Still a scramble. Matty James grabs it, looking for more, able to rescue it. Broadhead running, just holding it up because he's literally 1-on-5. Where do you buy such a thing? Oxford's going up. Oxford United 2-0 up on Leicester. Ref says he can't take it quick. There's subs over there.
Yeah. Smith's outside, Joe Bob's in.
Second window used by QPR. Yeah, just in all caps. I was waiting for it. Smith is off and just getting eaten up there. He was just getting eaten up by Kabore. Had himself an amazing first half and then just fallen off. And so Dembele is the other one coming out. Interesting.
Yeah,
so that's the two wingers in support of Kone and Vale in the middle.
Yeah. Hockey just remembered he could sub guys. He's like, oh yeah,
I got these guys. Did they just say Benny's New Zealand striker? Australian. I've got him, or at least Australian born. I don't know. Maybe he plays for New Zealand. Free kick, underwave, left-hand side. Scar can't get to it. Matty James puts it back in for him. Can't get to it, and it's going to roll out for a goal kick.
I saw the Eat More Chips banner in the back. Of the back of the visiting
Wrexham
fans area.
Oh, there it is, banging on the top of it. Hey, it's Ollie Rathbone and George Dobson stepping in for Broadhead. Interesting. And Sheaf.
They kept the Muffin Man in for you.
No, Sheaf came out.
I thought, what's his name is the Muffin Man?
I guess they're both. We got muffin cannons from both. Had to do Sheaf because he's got the yellow. That leaves Scar on there.
Yeah, I got you a nice Muffin Man gift.
Oh, do you? Opportunity there. Good thing that that pass forward was a little bit piss poor, but it's a cutback pass, and the sub there, Coley, not able to get to it on the cutback, goes up over top of his head. As Kone's pass to start that whole thing a little too heavy and made a mess of it. Anyway, cross into the box. QPR danger. Skips over top of Kone, and it's going to go over and get rescued there by Mbengwe. He lets it go out for a throw. Interesting. I would have taken the throw there. I would have opted to set that down with enough space there. We're slipping. Looking for a long throw. Headed away by Kiefer Moore. And Mbengwe now, right foot. He's dancing, trying to get it past Thomas. And that's ours. That's ours on the rebound. You bet.
Time to steal this thing.
Yep. Mbengue smashed that off of Doyle, and it rebounded back off Mbengue and up over top. All caps, Ma.
Nice to see our friend from Mansfield in the house.
Mansfield still alive in the FA Cup, I believe, aren't they?
Yeah, they've fallen a little off on the table, but yeah.
And just time check, by the way. I'm at 76 minutes and 55 seconds coming up now as we turn it over, and Moore's got to go on a run. Can he get there first? Not enough pace. Damn it. And then the Dobson pass smashes the sub in the back of the head. And we'll take control of it going the other way. Coley's got the big hair. Benny's got the small hair. Those are the two subs. I'm not going to know from the numbers because I can't read them. That's a decent 4 points off with 3 games in hand. You should make that up. O'Brien in the battle, middle of the pitch, can't get to it. Kone is going to grab it, and he's stabbing it forward. And the man with the big hair, but not Benny, the other one, Coley, loses it. Flicked on, back heel. And it's just rest for Kabore, and he's just going to thump it down the pitch for Kiefer Moore. We're in a playoff spot if we steal this. We keep saying that, and then we never get there. 12 minutes. Change things. Take my Dragon membership and stick that on the middle of my forehead. I don't know. We'll do whatever we got to do here. Like, whatever it is. But we scored. The thing is, we scored completely against the run of play, right, John? John Lane says to John Olsen, how are we going to steal it? We can't get control in their half. Well, we didn't have control. We had 0 shots 53 minutes into the game, and then all of a sudden we flooded it, and we scored one. Binney with it, spinning on Doyle, cutting towards the middle of the pitch. Doyle's going to go on a run with him. Gets it out to the far side. Vale left it there for Coley. Now into the area. Knocked down. Thomason goes for a corner. Tried to knock it down into his feet, couldn't get there. Goes out corner, right-hand side, QPR, 10 minutes plus added time left. Maybe that's just the way he runs, RKO. I'm assuming Sam owes Parky money. He just can't get into the game, eh? In a game that's been calling for him, too. Like, but Parky's amazing. He's just not late game management. That was a gorgeous corner. 2-1. Who the fuck and how the fuck was he that open?
There's a misplay that gives them a set piece, and then a pick play in which they don't switch. And
I was like, when I saw that coming through, I just saw wide open, and I went, "Yeah, that's going in the back of the net." Like, it's one of those ones you just have to take the pause for. Like, I mean, I'm not going to blame Thomason for the missed touch and the heavy touch because it was the right play. He just didn't get to it in time. But on this one, I don't understand. Like, it was almost like we weren't expecting it. It was almost like he played the game, played it, everybody was frozen. Like, everybody just standing there. Nobody saw it. That wasn't even a pick play.
What, 10?
That wasn't even a pick
yards,
play.
15 yards uncovered. No one flinched.
That wasn't even a pick play. Like, that was just everybody standing around and watched him just run forward and put his head on the ball.
Now Smith comes in. Yeah.
I didn't say we were in. No, they're using their third window. Another late goal to drop points. Yeah, Dobson, ball watching. And to be fair, there was another person over there on the right-hand side. Either one of them could have just slid over, but Vale scores. The first one comes off as the sub. I said, if. Stop it with your positivity and your forward-looking thoughts, John. That's RKO with the comment. Everybody was ball watching, which is the truth of the situation. Like, I almost felt like nobody was expecting the ball to come in. So Sam Smith came in. Don't know who he came in for because I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw him standing out there. Turning the game around so effectively, says Mark Griffiths. No, they didn't. We had a 4-minute blip of brilliance and bullshit. There we go. Denise is the happy clapper. Appreciate that. Got time to win this. 8 minutes plus added time to go and get 2. That's a bold prediction.
We had
I'll take one.
We jinxed them with the last 10 minutes thing, shitting themselves. Got to the 80th minute and they.
Yeah. It's the season of late game meltdowns. I mean, the difference with this one is this scoreline we deserve, where there's been a lot of others where we haven't. Like, yes, we had our moments of brilliance, but they've had way more opportunities. And like literally 0.00 XG on 0 shots on the first half, and even that won't get changes from Parky.
Wouldn't you imagine that ridiculous hairdo would prevent you from heading the ball off the side to the side?
Well, maybe that's part of it. It's like a knuckleball pitcher in baseball, right?
Takes the life out of it. Yeah, it gets everyone to.
Yeah, movement all over the place. No, I don't know. Throw in for us on the right-hand side, and Sam Smith and Windass. I thought that was Barney until I should say until he bent over.
Well, those are the 4 subs we said should come in. I don't understand the waiting till 7 minutes left, but both Windass and Smith have far more legs than 7 minutes. So,
yes. Scars off, so we're on our everything going forward.
Like if you're going, okay, Fletcher can't make it 20 minutes, so we got to give him 15 or less. Fine, but that's not these guys. Like,
yeah, John, or perhaps we don't wait until minute 83 to do it. But anyway, this is where we're at. We got 6 minutes plus added time for Denise to be the happy clapper and she's got the feeling, so we're gonna go with it. And then we'll compliment her after we score too. It's poor game management. Like I'm Parky's Kabori with a bad touch giveaway. Like Parky's a solid manager. He's a great recruiter. I have no practice stuff. He seems to have the guys ready. He's a great motivator, but his game management is the part where he's just, RKO calls him dumb as hell. Just he's not good.
Also, we're not doing the Monday morning. We're not doing the Monday morning quarterback. We're calling out when something should happen prior to the tragedy that happens, right? Like, we calling it out. Guys are tired, do the sub. Doesn't do it, bad thing happens, then he subs.
Well, and the thing is if we had done it once or twice and we were wrong, you'd be like, okay, like let's say me on the
we got burnt by going in early. Yeah, yes.
But this has been the thesis has been Parky sucks at game management and doesn't read the game to make substitutions when he needs to make them. And we've been actively saying this is when it has to happen because we can see what's going on the pitch. So there needs to be a change. There was one match, and I cannot remember when it was, where he didn't make the subs and it worked to our benefit. It was in the last 4 or 5 games ago.
But the other 9 were
9, 10, 11 in a row, you bet, have been the same thing where we're sitting there looking at it going like, do a thing. And this is the most obvious of them all. 0 XG, 0 shots, one touch in the box for 45 minutes plus. What does that get you as far as halftime subs? Nada.
Moore was
Then you go, okay, fine, they'll score it.
Moore was incredibly unproductive, and we have to wait till the game's almost over to sub him. I mean,
well, we got opportunity here, 18-yard box. Windass looking, right foot, swept in, thumped out. Windass can't go and grab it. Back to, it headed back in. That was an interesting one as it was smashed forward and then off of a head, and Thomason with the battle frees it up, and Doyle's going to collect it. So we're gonna try and do things. Pattern recognition has peaked. It's because we keep getting slapped in the head with the same pattern over and over and over again. Far post. Moore heads it down. Opportunity. Can't get there. Left foot Windass. Oh, headshot. And then caught. He's got to blow it down now for the headshot. As that took Mbengwe out. So I shouldn't laugh. Insensitive.
It got him in the belly.
Like that knocked the feet right off. Like knocked him right off his feet.
Got him in the chest. He's faking
did you get him in the chest? I thought...
Big faker.
Oh, I did get him in the chest. Why did I think that was so certainly smashed into his head?
I didn't. I just presumed you were right and I was wrong. I won't do that again.
I'm seeing things. Never trust me, I suppose. Kone going. Kabore able to rescue. Can he get there for save before the corner? Can't. It's going to go to the corner on the far side, 88th minute. And here goes 45 seconds off the clock. The reality is this, what do you take? You know what you're getting from Parkey. He builds a good squad. And you can say, yeah, with that sort of money, I could build a good squad. But he builds a good squad. So they're likable. Fit with the dynamic. They fit within his plan, and his plan isn't a bad one. We have lost 12 points at least out of piss poor game management. 46 seconds wasted so far, by the way. And there it is, right foot, swung far post, headed off the woodwork. Ogonko collects. Go, 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 go. Fortunate on that one. And we've waited until they get all of their men back before Ogonko plays it forward. Doyle up towards Moore, not able to get to it. Headed away, and he collects it. Fuck me. Hyam able to free up an extra possession here. 89th minute. What are we getting for added time? 4? Kabul hands along the line, gets past one. Pass is too heavy. Cleared away, but we gain control and we go far side. Hurry up, Thomason. Tough pass. Able to get there. And then he gets wiped out. Yellow card?
Yellow, red.
Red. Yellow to red, and then Mbengwe is gone.
Already in extra time.
Yeah, yellow red. It was just Mbengwe just came in kamikaze and wiped Thomason out. Didn't expect, and that's credit to Thomason. Longman coming in on a sub. Thomason busting his butt to get to a difficult pass. It had to be a switch because they had too many men on the left side, our right side of the pitch. So they swung it over to Thomason.
Can you give him another red? He's taken 4 minutes to get off the pitch.
Well, you hope with the 4 minutes added that that it'll go beyond by 30 seconds here.
He's still on the pitch.
Yeah, but the referee should blow it on. Like, I don't even know what he was trying to do with the challenge there. Like, he's just completely undercut him. We make a sub in the meantime. Longman went in, and I'm trying to see. Windass towards over to Dobson, right foot. He's thinking about it, decides to curl back, goes back. Windass now looking for options, scoops it over far post, cleared out. We're gonna do things. Longman cross far post from him, left side. It's headed away, and now we're running over. Thomason can't get to it. It's out, and we're going to get another throw in. And it should be at least 45 seconds beyond the 94th minute is where we should end up. We're at 91 minutes. It's put back. Dobson, right foot, swung through. He was putting that for like a... That was a shot on goal, but also was an opportunity to get the header on it. There's a flop on the ground looking for a header. Windass, shot, knocked away. Goes out, corner. Great save there. Sneaky little one that got through, and he had to dive low to be able to go and get that one. Ooh, I don't know if that would have gone in. Short corner, right foot, scooped up, headed over top, and we'll get a corner over on the right-hand side. O'Brien's got it. Full-on run. Where was this effort before? I get that they're now down a man, so you can lean on him a little bit harder, but fuck. Left-footed in swinger. O'Brien going to take it. More going far post. Knocked down. Windass! Windass! Ball comes loose right here. Denise called it, and she's going to get one more, right? Right? That was smashed with a purpose and no celebration. Windass just turned around and said, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I could get more than one if you just put me in the effing game with more than 8 minutes left, you stupid son of a bitch. With more time
to maybe go after it, Denise. The trophy and the goal comments. Seeing the positive. Man, he smashed that. Punched out, nobody there, and just straight to Windass, who right foots the smack. That actually looked very similar to the goal that Vale had. Just loose ball comes to him, and we got another minute and a half. Well, we should get extra time because of the goal too. So, and it's knocked out and an extra throw in for us. O'Brien, he's got Windass over on the left-hand side. He wants the ball 5 yards out, running forward. Does he have support out on the left wing? He does. Thomason has it, 18-yard box, draws it forward. Doyle with it, scoops it, can't get to Moore. Flop. And it was funny with the flop. It gets clear, but the flop happens and we're standing with our arms up. Nothing. Into the area. Opportunity bangs around. Came down loose. Freed out. Runs forward. Windass now, left-hand side. He had Rathbone. Now he gives it to him. Rathbone, 25 yards out. He's going to right foot. Smash. Score! Ollie Rathbone scores it 3-2. There's a whole celebration here. I went, that's the bold move, taking one from 35 yards out. And we score it. It's 3-2. Massive limbs are everywhere in the end. What the flying is this game? We do not deserve this, but we're taking it. Is Ollie Rathbone, I was like 35 yards out, 30 yards out, 28 yards out. Smash! Woo! Cannon on that one. God damn! And Mbengwe going to be the enemy on this one because he just handed that to with the red card, let us put our foot through it. And still, Parky, subs work, man. Subs work. We didn't have to wait until the death to get here. But, man, that overhead shot is sexy! We'll give it 24 yards out. But the two subs come in effect. Rathbone to the corner. And, oh, man, I want that. Where is that on this? 95-18. Replay this game and just – I want to get a video zooming into the fans reacting to the Rathbone one. 95-18. Because that was money. God damn. Blow the whistle now, ref. Doyle heads it down, throw in, 18-yard box. They're going to wait. They've got a guy who can do the long throw, and so he's running over like crazy. And here they go, everybody into the box. What the flying? We deserved to get to win one when we didn't perform at all. And this might be it. Long throw into the box, still loose, banging around. Somebody get to it, and they're able to clear it out of the box. And there's the whistle. Put 3 points on the goddamn standings. What the hell just happened? That's a smash and grab. That is a smash and grab. That is Still piss poor game management by Parkey, but it was overcome by just absolute utter madness.
Oh yeah. By the way, check out the table.
Oh boy, I didn't even dare look. EFL Championship standings. Man, sitting in a playoff spot, are we?
Yes,
Watford
we are.
with a game in hand, but other than that, man, that's crazy. Yeah, Watford with a game in hand, but we're there. It's still that cleave that I was talking about between 5th and 6th keeps getting bigger. But we've got the opportunity now. We're in there, and you keep driving this bastard forward.
Well, I was about to say 6th place was going to be 43 points, and you had 6 teams that were within a point of that, you know?
Yeah. And now you got Millwall 5 points up, Hull City 6 points up, Ipswich Town, they're losing, but they're 6 points up. So it'll be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks as to what happens. I'm still shocked with Hull City. Just absolutely shocked with Hull City being up there. But let's talk about this madness of a game. Brendan, just before we look at the standings, summarize what you take away from the greatest reward we've had for the shittiest 90 minutes that we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, we would do one of those, right? The Leicester last week, we should have had 3 points. We only got 1. We outplayed them. We were the better team, and then a blip in time, and we draw it back. So we would do one of these, and we got it here. Again, the frustration is there were guys that weren't producing all game long, and we knew that there were energy guys on the bench that could bring the quality. Wait till way too late, and they somehow squeeze it out anyway. So, yeah, let's build off this.
Top 6. Oh shit, indeed. Brins, it's going to take me a bit to process the roller coaster of a ride this morning. Well, you've got until the game tomorrow with the women, and then at least a week off with the men. So there is some time to digest exactly.
No, then you can all cheer for my Patriots to go to the Super.
God, I'm not even watching the NFL playoffs. I am watching the Canucks more because they suck, and I'm trying to show them support because I want the full rebuild. But anyway, let's not talk hockey. Let's get into what was this amazing one. I want to go through the stats because, did we really not deserve this? I say yes. What do the stats say?
Stats said we came back on a lot of things.
Well, we did, but we're still 0.48 XG. I mean, the nice thing is this is all second half stats, right?
Yeah.
0.48 XG, 13 to 11 shots. So those are all in the second half. 7 shots on target. That's all in the second half. Yeah. One big chance that we missed. They had a big chance that they missed out of the 2 that they had. I wonder which one was the big chance that they were going for. In any event, doesn't matter. Touches in the box, they end up being 16 to 12. I think we had 1 at the half. So that's 11. I mean, and there's Jason, just celebrate the damn win. And that's yeah, I'm all for taking the win. And we said this. We said we're sick and tired of losing ones where we performed well and didn't get there. And Brendan was the one who called it. This has got to be one that we end up eking out because we played like an absolute dog's breakfast. But yes, now it's time for a wonderful weekend. We get to all celebrate and have a good time and stare at those standings. When does Watford have their makeup game this weekend or this week on the Tuesday? No, they go. I think that's. Let me just pull this up here. Wrexham AFC, because I don't think we've got games scheduled for the second week, the Tuesday, in the first week of February. No, we don't. So they're making that game up, and it looks like it's against Hull City on Tuesday, February 3rd, because we don't have a game that weekend or that week, midweek. So that's a rescheduled game. And that one's an interesting one because Hull City also on 28 points. So there's going to be a drop of points there for somebody, Watford either to try and pass us, Hull City to come back down towards us, or they both share it. But that'll be a good one to watch potentially on Tuesday. I want to watch that, but probably not during a live watch along. Let's go back to the chat. The women are here tomorrow. Join Deandra and Brendan for that one. Britton Ferry again. Seems to like when we have them on a cup, we always play them in the league. And I was looking at the table, and I didn't realize that they have an outside chance of making the top four. So they're going to come into that one hungry.
Yeah.
Ken shows up. Did I miss anything? Yeah, madness. Absolute madness. And yeah, this one's making the documentary for sure. 0.48 to win with 3 goals. Wild. It's the story of the game. And go to Twitter and all you'll see, worst team we've seen all season. And it's to be fair, that's the first time that it's a true statement. But anyway, tomorrow, and it's a late start. It's not the early morning. It's a 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 Eastern, 5:10 out in the UK start at the Rock. And Britton Fair is going to bring it because they've got their opportunity to climb back into the table, and we've got to keep pace with Cardiff. And so it'll be an important match tomorrow for them. And then other than that, we are back here next weekend as the road show continues, this time into Sheffield to take on Sheffield Wednesday and the Owls before we start to get into a little bit more fun with Millwall coming back to the racecourse and then FA Cup time. So today, I'm like Bryn. I'm just going to need to take some time to digest because that was crazy bonkers. I think you give it away at the 81st minute with a sleeper of a defensive play. And then all of a sudden, piss poor play by Mbegwe with a tackle on Thomason. You have to give it to Thomason that he went out and saved that to keep that play alive. And then you've got 2 absolute thunder chicken shots. I was going to say the other word, but I didn't. And here's the foul I'm watching just on the replay right now. Just straight stuck the hip out and collided into him. Windass smashes one in, Rathbone smashes one in, and Deandra sums it up. That's why we follow this team. Brendan, you want to wrap up 90 minutes plus of madness?
No, Chris kind of said it best. The most important thing's the result. I mean, you and I we couldn't let it go, the performance today and maybe some of the coaching decisions, but the result's the result. Ultimately, we needed the 3 points. We got the 3 points. And we're moving on. We just have to not do the Wrexham thing and play down to Sheffield Wednesday, right? Go get another 3, and let's hold this playoff spot as long as we can.
Yep, I'm definitely with you on that one. And the fight continues next Saturday. Is there a QPR live streamer on YouTube? We'll stay on just for a little bit longer to see if anybody can find that. I mean, I'd only be able to find it by doing the search myself. I hope so, because it'd be a nice little matchup of QPR YouTube watch along. West Ham fan QPR FC. No, I can't seem to find one, but if you find one, feel free to post it in the comments. We'll have a look at that. Stuff that you can enjoy when you get the win is catching that one. But anyway, that was a fun one. All good and everything's awesome. Now, good luck to you guys. Sorry, Charles, I shouldn't chuckle. Good luck to you guys down in the U.S. that are going to be facing that storm.
Yeah, just to be clear, it's going to be Fahrenheit down to somewhere near minus 25. They said the 3 inches of ice, 24 inches of snow. And they're expecting power outages all over the place for days. So,
minus 32 Celsius is minus 32 Fahrenheit. So at minus 25, you're basically at like minus 20, minus 18. Damn cold. And especially and this isn't to be an insult, so I'm going to catch myself. But U.S. construction doesn't necessarily build itself like we do in Canada because we expect to get blasted by 40 below sometimes. And so I imagine that there's going to be some houses that are not as capable of dealing with.
If you've never been in the north and it gets that cold, with the wooden houses, you can hear the wood contracting and you can hear cracks and pops and the whole house like whines and complains. You can hear the wind whistling through. It's terrifying.
Yeah. So best wishes to everybody. I hope there's no problems for us tomorrow and then Saturday. I need to go and get some caffeine in me. No, that's probably the wrong thing. I need to do something because I'm all jittery and I just need to go and embrace and enjoy and do my thing. I may have found this DB guy. It's your boy DB. Does he have? That's a lot of QPR watch alongs, but I don't know if he did this one. If I can find it, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, he did do the watch along, and they're still live. I'll put that one in here. There you go. Go and I'm just gonna watch this for a little bit. It's football. They were dead in the first half, Wrexham. I mean, yeah. The chat is there. Go and read. Have a joy. Enjoy that one. Good luck with everything. Brendan, anything to add before we sign off?
No, see you guys tomorrow. If not, next week, up the town.
Yeah. Perfect. Have a good one.